Hi, my name is Catherine Roseland, here with Board Game Geek TV at Spiel 2013. I'm sitting here with Victor Schultz from Spiel, and we're here to talk about their new game, Coal Baron, or Glück auf, as you say in German.
That's Glück auf. It's a very famous saying here in the area in Essen and around, because here's a lot of coal mining going on. Not now that much anymore, but like this one's playing just on the verge of the 20th century. There was a lot of coal mining, and this is a very famous saying here. It's a greeting. It's kind of good, saying good luck.
Okay.
So,
Glück auf.
Yeah, so that you return when you go down there safely, of course.
Yeah, so hopefully you'll get to the surface again safely, basically.
Exactly. So Coal Baron is the title for the American market, which is R&R is distributing there. So for you better to say probably. So it's a game about mining, coal mining, of course. You can imagine. We have very nice gimmick here. It's
this visual here is very
exactly.
nice.
Every player has this mine, so it's up to 4 players. Everyone has a mine like this, where you have your cage. You can go up and down and collect the coal from here. So it's kind of a worker placement mechanism. Each player has, depending on how many players are there, a few of the workers. And on this board, you have 5 different areas. You have here, it's the lorry factory, or minecart factory is probably more American, where you can get new coal. Then you have this area where you can move your cage, collect coal. You have contracts which you supply the coal to, and then you have to deliver them. So these contracts have a transportation device down here. There are 4 different ones. So in this area, you can deliver the coal for anything that you, at some point, you get that stuff out on there, and then you can deliver it. And then you get points for it.
As soon as you've had it delivered.
Exactly. So this is this. Then you have this area here, you just get money. So if I go there, I get the amount of money that is right there. And here you get new contracts. Okay. So how is it going? Somebody starts, like other worker placements, they can go at any of these spaces here.
I'm assuming these spaces are locked.
Exactly. It's depending on how many players. So in the 4-player games, there's nothing locked. 3-player games, these 3 spaces, and a little more in the 2-player. So.
It's a nice little mechanic.
Exactly. So, for example, I could go to the lorry factory, go here. If I do that, I want to get this tile. I have to pay money for it, as many as there's shown. So it's 2 and 2. So I have to pay 4. Then I get the tile. I pay it to the bank. I get the tile, and I have to place it. Can we do it here? Yeah. That try it a little like this.
Very nice.
I place it in my.
In your mind somewhere.
In my mind, exactly. And you have these 4 levels. These are more worth, of course. These are not that much worth, but they are also not so expensive to get new coal. So,
exactly.
So this one I would have to place here.
This is the brown card.
Because it's brown, and there are 2 sides. So here's a dark side, there's a light side. If there's light on it, I have to place it here. So
all right.
then immediately I get 2 coal on there, which I can later, of course, get when I move the cage. So, and that's it. Then the space is refilled, and the next player's turn, for example. So the next player could go anywhere, for example, here, get money. We wouldn't do this, of course, we would go there, because you get more. Or he could always say, no, I want this tile, I need this tile. Then he can also go at this space, but he has always to put 1 worker more than there is already there.
Because there's someone already there.
So it's more expensive, because you have to use more workers. The game board fills after a while, of course, and there are not enough spaces anymore, so you have to go for more workers. The ones that are kicked out are just going to the canteen. It's here, over here, they go there, because they have nothing to do, have to eat. You don't get them back before everybody got rid of all their workers. Then there's a shift end. In total, we have 3 shifts. Okay. It's 3 times that we place our workers, do the action right when we place them, we do the action, and at the end of the shift, we get them all back, and then starts a new shift and so on. So at the end of each shift, there is additional scoring. It starts because here it's the 1, so it's the first shift. We get certain points for a few things. I don't want to get in too much detail, but the next shift would start that we, at the end of the shift, we would score this one again, but in addition this. And at the last, we would
do the first 2 and the third one as well.
Exactly, and this is the last shift, so where we do all of the scoring. So these things are scored 3 times in total. These just once, but they give more points.
Exactly.
For example. So we had this, how we get the coal in here. When I want to mine the coal, I have to go here.
Okay.
For example, I go there. It means I'm allowed to do up to 10 work steps.
All right.
Work steps are always moving the cage as far as you want, so I can go like way down there. It's 1 work step. It's 1. Getting coal is 1 too. So
that's
it's 2,
2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not allowed to have more than 5 on there because there are 5 spaces. So I'm at 8. 9, for example, and then I can start like, well, let's do 10.
So each of every movement
you do is 1 work step. Exactly.
You couldn't take all 3 of them in at one as one.
Exactly.
Move. You have to do 1 for each.
It doesn't matter how far they're up. It's just 1 movement is exactly 1 step you have to do. So so you have to do it a few times. So the next player might go there, and at some point you say, oh no, that's the less because I have to use more. So I have to do the same thing again. Have to place more workers. So it's very much about timing and seeing what can the others do and how is it possible to use very little workers, sometimes do something totally different than everybody expects. So you just block the space and they have to pay 2 workers to do it. So there's a lot of fun in this kind of worker placement. And that's almost it, because you just here you get money, which you only need to get new coal, because once they're gone, of course, coal doesn't grow back. So you have to get a new one to where you get
further into the mine, basically.
Exactly.
But it's still just 1 movement coming all the way in.
Exactly. Yes. This also so. And if you want to deliver, because for example, if I have these 2, I can deliver them. For example, going there.
And you're able to deliver both of them at the same time?
Exactly. That's a great thing.
As long as they're the same type.
They have to be the same type. They have exactly this transportation, for example.
Yes.
So if I had this one too, I couldn't deliver this one. With this one, I had to go here to do it, right? So, okay, exactly.
So you can choose between either going and getting more resources in your mine. You can move or you can actually do the work in the mine. You can deliver the contracts. You can get new contracts, or you can get money.
That's about it. And if I delivered them, the mine is okay. I get the points on there. So in this case, it would be 10, right? And then I take these cards and put them in front of me. These cards I need again at the end of the shift for this scoring, because
then you look at what you've managed.
What did you deliver? Who delivered the most yellow? Who delivered the most brown, gray, etc. They get points again. And next shift, it's in who delivered the most of these again, and who delivered the most with certain transportation, for example. And at the end, you have then your mine is very big, of course. Then you just see who has the most empty yellow lorries, the most empty brown lorries. So they have to be empty. So this one wouldn't
count. So it still has something in it. Then you haven't been efficient enough in your mine.
And after this, there are a few things. So you get points for money again, and you have to see that you are evened out. You have a balance here, so that on the dark side there are as many tiles as on your light side in total, because there are points subtracted if you have fewer tiles there and more there, because then there's an imbalance and that costs points. So you have to also see that you always get these tiles on the light side and the dark side, that you even that out.
Things out.
Exactly.
So how long will a typical game take?
About 60 minutes. The first time maybe
a little bit longer.
A little bit longer, but it's about 60 minutes.
And from 2 to 4 players? 2 to 4 players?
2 to 4, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, great. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to trying it out. Yeah. That's Coal Baron or Lookout.
Lookout, exactly.
From Spiel. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome.